Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If today is your first time, welcome. Thank you for tuning in, and we have fun on this channel, so don't go anywhere. Subscribe to the channel and just stick around. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for staying subscribed to my channel. I don't take it for granted. Thank you. Today's video is a story time on how I met my husband. I've not done this on my channel, so today I just decided to share that story with you guys. I know so many people are interested in this type of content, and I hope you enjoy this one, and I hope you get one or two things from it at the end of the day. Before I get on with the story time, guys, I posted these shorts on my YouTube and all my social media platforms, and the one on YouTube has just been doing so well. Before I started filming this video, it was in like 140 something thousand, and oh my god, my mind is blown. And this happened when I was this close to giving up on YouTube when this happened. So if you're a subscriber, if you're watching this from that video, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. The success of that shot, it really made me like want to work harder and see that this thing is successful, because I was this close to giving up. So thank you so much. At the moment, before I started filming, I was in like 993 subscribers, and I'm sure by the end of this video I've already gotten to 1,000 followers, because the video is going so fast. And to be honest, when I posted that video, the first 24 hours was like 200 and something views. In my mind, I'm like, oh my god, this viral sound is not doing anything for me. And the next week, the thing just picked up to 66,000. I thought it was going to stop there, and a few days ago, like 2 or 3 days ago, it picked up again, and now it's in 140 something thousand. So thank you so much for coming, for tuning in, for subscribing, for liking. I've never experienced this type of thing before. I'm so grateful, guys. So thank you so much. I'm going to jump right into the story time now. I met my husband in 2019, and that was like 5 years ago. In 2019, I was staying with my auntie in her house. So I was walking down to the house after a hectic day at work and I looked back. Someone was trying to get my attention, and I looked back, and it was him. Normally, if you ask me my name on the road, I'm going to tell you. I'm even going to strike a conversation with you until you start like asking for what I cannot give you. So he asked my name, we are talking, we are walking down. And when I got to the gate of the house, I'm like, okay, because he now started asking for my number when he saw that we are approaching my destination. I was like, no, I'm not giving you my number. I'm not interested in like giving you my number. And you know that this guy, I was really upset that day when he did this. Instead of you've gotten to the person you're asking out, you've gotten to her house, and why are you coming into the gate? So he tried to follow me. Look, he didn't just try. He followed me into the compound. Not only did he follow me into the compound, he was now following me to the back of the house, because I usually take the back to like get into the house. He was not following me into the back of the house. I really lost my cool that I'm like, how can you follow me inside the house? Like, who does that? I said, I'm not giving you my number. I was nice to you. I'm not giving you my number. So why are you following me to the back of the house? Like, I was really angry, and I really shouted at him. And I think that was when he went back and I went into the house. And the reason why I was like upset that he followed me into the house is because the time I usually come back from work, my uncle is always at home, like around then. But I'll come back from work, he'll be at home, then he will leave later and go back to work. So I knew he was like, if he was at home, he would be in the parlor, and there's a high chance of him like seeing someone walk with me. It would be as if we are just strolling and walking together and walking into his compound. Like, I just didn't want to give that impression. So it really upset me when he followed me to the back of the house, because it would just be as if I just brought a boy into the house, and I didn't want that, because that wasn't the case. When I got into the house, I found out that he was not even around, and I was like, oh my god, thank god he was not there. But when I started talking to my husband like later, I found out he now told me that when he was now going out, he saw my uncle like leaving through the front door. I'm like, ha! But it had already passed, so it didn't matter. That was how the first encounter happened. So I just thought, okay, that one has passed. I just met this guy. He was just annoying that day. I just continued my life, and one day, I don't know if it was the next day or just a few days later, my cousin was like, "There's this guy that came here that she gave my number to him." And in my mind, I'm like, "Why would you give my number to him?" In my mind, I didn't say it out because we stay in the same room. And I have a boyfriend. Is my relationship a joke to you? I think I'm wasting my time in my relationship. Yeah, and I forgot to add that I didn't give him my number because I was in a relationship. And I had been in that relationship for like 1 year, so it didn't make sense to like when I'm in a relationship, I like to like be in one relationship at a particular time. So that was one of the reasons why I didn't give him my number. So when my cousin came and said, this guy, I just gave him your number, he's been coming here, he's been disturbing, so today he has tried, I just gave him my mind. I'm like, is my relationship a joke to you? Are you trying to tell me that my relationship is nonsense by giving another guy my number? But in my mind, I'm like, okay. So he now started calling, texting, like, oh, he collected me, he got my number from my cousin. I don't remember much, but I feel like we are chatting, like normal chat, until he was like, we need to see that I can even call with my cousin. So I talked to her about, I don't know, I think we talked about this one. She was like, she's not going anywhere. And yeah, that was how it happened. So I don't think we ever saw. And at the point, he now started becoming so persistent. Always wanted to call, and I wasn't having it because, like, I was not in that mindset because I just didn't want any more problems. We never saw. I think we spoke like once, and we were just chatting. At the point, he'll send message, and I would just ignore it. And that was how it continued. And I didn't even know that he kept on coming to the house because after that day I saw him, I didn't see him again. But apparently, when we got together, he was now telling me that he used to come around and he used to tell the gate man to let me know that he came around to look for me. But he never really told me, and I think I know why he never told me. I think I know why that guy never told me, but he didn't tell me. He'll not be tipping the gate man and thinking he was passing the information, but he didn't tell me. I didn't know he was coming. That's it. 2019 passed. At a point, I stopped responding, and he stopped texting at a point also, if you are being honest. So when COVID happened in 2020, I think I got a message from him one time like that. And yeah, that was it. I can't even remember the content of that message. I think he was just like asking me how are you and all that. And it was nothing serious, to be honest. Fast forward to December 2020. I got a like wishing you Merry Christmas text message from him, and I'm like, oh my god, thank you so much, thank you for wishing me Merry Christmas. How are you? So he was not like, do you know who you're talking to? You're being so nice to me today. In my mind, I'm like, oh, this guy started again with his annoying ways. So I think I just like stopped talking to him since he thought I was being nice. I was not like, okay, since I've been nice, let me not be nice now. And that was how that conversation ended. Plus, I was not even in the mood to talk to any man that period. 2020 December, like that was when my relationship ended. So my attention was not in any man at all. Let me just recover from one heartbreak, please, before you come again and break it again. It's not be 2 times in a short time. No, please. So when he said, you're being so nice to me, I just like ignored him. I'm like, oh, this guy has come again, so annoying. I remember how annoying he used to be. So in 2021, around March or April, that was when I started my makeup thing. I went for my training, and I started posting on Instagram like every day. So one of the days he now like commented, oh my god, you're doing so well. You're like, for someone that just started, you're doing so well. I'm so proud of you. Oh my god, and they warmed my heart so much because you know when you start this type of business, you're like looking for people to like appreciate you, and you're looking to be seen, you're looking to get your customers, and for someone to give you that kind of compliment is something you know you just started and you're trying to be good at. Like it really warmed my heart, and I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. And I think he came to my DMs and was like, oh my god, your makeup, you're trying this one, that one. And I'm like, thank you. I think he asked that question again. Do you know who you're talking to? Because you're being so nice. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know if he asked it, but after that day, like I just like noticed him, and I think he sent me a message on WhatsApp because he still had my number. I had his number, but I didn't have it saved. But I had his number because there was just something intriguing about him. You know, sometimes he just deletes other people's chat, but I didn't delete his chat because I just wanted it to be there in case I wanted his number like sometime in the future. I don't know why I just left it, but I just left it there. I can't tell you categorically why I left that chat, but it was there. I had his number. So when he sent me a message, I just knew it was him. So we now started chatting on WhatsApp. And then he used to post the funniest things on WhatsApp. And I would just reply to his stories and be like, ha 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 ha, ha, you're so funny. And yeah, we'll just talk once in a while. He'd be like, oh, Ashton, let me come and see you at the studio. And I'm like, no, don't come, please, thank you. So that was how we continued. We just kept on talking. He didn't, he wasn't annoying this time around because I feel like my mind was open. There wasn't like a barrier or trying to restrict myself or trying to, yeah. So my mind was open to any form of friendship then. Like when I say friendship, I just mean like friendship, like not relationship, because I was not even thinking about relationship. I was just thinking about friendship because I had in 2020 I left the city and I stayed at home for like 3 months to like get myself back together because things were just not working out well. So I left, came back, and I feel like I had lost all the contacts I had, even though, well, because when I'm going through it, I like push people away. Even family stuff, I'm like, please, everybody should just turn their own. Let me just suffer alone. So I was just alone, like thoroughly. So I needed friends, and yeah, so the thing was just open, like, let's make friends. So that was how we became friends and we started talking on WhatsApp. It wasn't until October 2021 he was not like that. He wants to come and see me so that we'll talk. Like, you know how friends will just want to like come and visit you one day, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine, you can come and visit me, but just know that I don't allow guys into my room. We're going to have to stay outside when you come, okay? And he was like, okay, that's fine, you can come in. And yeah, he came through that evening, and we just sat down, we were talking, and after talking we went on a long stroll. I don't even remember if he asked me out though, to be honest. I think we were just talking. I already knew he liked me, but it's not as if I was assuming or anything. It was so obvious he liked me. So we just hung out that day, and can't remember if he came around next time. But one day when I was done for my interview, I just, like, the interview was bad. Like, I got the job, but they were saying they were not going to pay. It was solely commission based, and I needed money. I needed salary before I could get commission. I was doing the makeup thing, but I didn't have clients, so I had to get a job. And now the job I got said no salary, just commission. So I was so sad that day. So when I was coming back from the interview thing, I'm like, I don't even want to go. If I go home now, I'll just start feeling so bad and feeling so depressed. Let me just look for where to go. So I called him and he was around. So that was the first time I now went to visit him. And they were just hanging out, like, told him about my interview. He wasn't like telling me that it's well, consoling me that everything is okay and I'm going to get something, just like uplifting my spirit. And after the whole get together, it was okay. So that was, we became really close after that time. If I wake up in the morning, we'll talk in the afternoon. Like, I feel like we did not really end conversations. We were just like talking all the time. The first time we met, he came over to my house was the 31st of October 2021. And from that time to the end of November, we are not dating or anything. We are not in a relationship or anything. We are just friends and we are just talking. In the space of that 1 month, we became very, very close because we were always on the phone. We were always talking. We were always seeing each other. Yeah, he asked me out and I'm like, yeah, I'll be your girlfriend. 2 days later, I'm like, no, I don't want to be your girlfriend again because I'm not ready to be in a relationship now. And he's like, okay, that's fine. And yeah, so when I sorted myself out, I still went back to him and I'm like, okay, I want to be your girlfriend now. I'm ready to be your girlfriend. But just know that I'm not ready to be like, no, I don't think I said I want to be your girlfriend. I just said I don't want to be, I'm not going to date you for a very long time because I don't want to be a girlfriend for a very long time. I want to be married. And I told him, he was like, the way he looked at me, really, that's how I met my husband. So I just told him that when I was ready, that okay, if you say you want relationship, that's good, but I'm not going to be around to be dating for a while, for a long time, not dating you for a very long time. And he's like, okay, message passed. I understand what you said, and yeah, that's it. 2 years later, we have a baby. We are happy. And yeah, I forgot to add that in the month of November, actually, because I started talking to him 31st October. November, I had a like 2 days or 3 days fast, and I was telling God, oh my God, I'm so lonely in this city. I don't even know anybody. Nothing is working out for me. God, please, I want a friend in this Abuja, a very good friend. And to be honest, when I was praying that prayer, I wasn't even thinking about him because we just met like one day ago. It's not as if we are very close like that. He just came to visit me once. So I now started like that prayer because, oh my God, that city is a lonely city if you're alone. If you live alone. You don't have to be alone in anywhere in the world, please. You need company. We all need each other in this life. I prayed that prayer. And when I prayed, I said, God, I just want a friend, please, God. And I remember thinking to myself, Uzamaka, do you really want a friend? Or are you ashamed to tell God what you really want? When I heard that in my spirit, I just said, okay, I changed it and I said, God, I want a husband this month. I remember thinking to myself, oh my God, we're in the 1st of November and you're saying you want to be married this month. Is that even possible? You don't even have any boyfriend. You don't even have suitors like that. I had guys asking me out, but I didn't have suitors. So you don't have suitors like in line waiting to be with you, and you're saying you're giving God just 1 month. How will he do it? Is he a magician? So, but I just ignored that and I kept on with my prayer. And yeah, by the end of November, we were already very close, and by December, they had gone to see my mother and my other family members. So yeah, that's the story of how I met my husband. Nothing serious, nothing dramatic. It was just God's timing and being open and hearing God and like obeying God. The fact that I met him in 2019 and it didn't work out, I feel like it's just, if we had done anything, like if we had gotten together in 2019, well, we would have just wasted each other's time. I had to grow in my ways. I had some growing to do, to be honest. Very, very, very honest. Like there are like some characteristics that you need in a marriage that I didn't have then. Like looking back at my past relationship and seeing, even in the marriage itself, you still struggle, but at least you've done part of the work. But when you've not like done any work at all, like, so I'm just saying all this to say that even though we met in 2019, if we had gotten together then, we would have just wasted each other's time, as in hated each other. And I feel like God's timing is the best. God has a way of doing his own things, and when he does it, it's very, very like seamless and effortless, to be honest, because I didn't even really work hard for this relationship. I didn't even put so much work into it. It just happened. Everything was just falling in place. I'm like, oh my God, is this how you walk? You're truly a miracle working God. So yeah, that's how it happens, guys. I hope you enjoyed this story time. Thank you. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up, subscribe to me, leave me a comment telling me how you met your own life partner, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.